Hi friends, welcome once again. Good evening to all of you. And today we are going to cover plant design and economics. As we know that the weightage of this subject is 10 marks. Oh, sorry. The weightage of this subject is nearly 4 marks in GATE examination. And this year you will get at least 2 to 3 questions from this subject because last year they asked only 1 or 2 questions from this subject. So for GATE 2021, Chemistry, plant design economics is a very important subject. And you will get very simple questions from this subject. Write down first cost index. So we know that cost is directly proportional to cost index in that year. Cost index in that year. So we can write C1 by C2 is equal to if I1 index for that year and I2 index for that second year. Based on this formula, they directly ask question 1 marks. Or you can write like this: present cost is equal to original cost into cost index at present divided by cost index value at time original cost was obtained. Original cost was obtained. Second one is estimating equipment cost by scaling. Equipment cost by scaling. This is also known as 6/10 rule. Cost is directly proportional to capacity to the power 6. Cost is directly proportional to capacity to the power 0.6. And this is by default value. This is by default value. This is by default value. If nothing is given, then we will get 0.6. Otherwise, sometimes you will get in question 0.54, 0.5. Then we will go according to that. And capacity is different for different equipments. For heat exchanger, we have area is capacity. For container or for any vessel, we have volume will be its capacity. Next point. Next is what do we mean by book value? So book value is defined. Book value is defined at the end of a year. There are two things. One is book value and one is depreciation. So book value is defined after a year and depreciation is defined over the year. Write down next first depreciation. As time passes, the value automatically decreases due to some factors. Depreciation. We have four types of depreciation. Oh, we have four methods to calculate depreciation. Suppose today we have V naught value. After n years we have Vs. It means amount V naught minus Vs is depreciated in n years. Our next question is that in which manner will we calculate each year depreciation? And based on this one, we have four different methods. Write down first calculation of straight line, calculation of depreciation, calculation of depreciation. First, we have straight line method, straight line method, straight line method. In straight line method, we assume that every year depreciation will be same, that every year depreciation will be same, and D is equal to V naught minus Vs divided by N, and VA is equal to V naught minus AD. In GATE 2016 or 70, they asked directly one marks question based on this formula. After 8th year, second one is, and N is service life. N is service life. Second one is declining balance method. Declining balance method or fixed percentage method. Fixed percentage method or textbook declining balance method. Textbook declining balance method. Textbook declining balance method. And here we assume that percentage of depreciation of capital is same for every year, but it does not mean then the depreciation is same in every year. Depreciation is different. So here D1 is not equal to D2. Here we have DA is equal to VA1 A minus 1 into F, and DA is equal to VA minus 1 into VA, and here VA is equal to V naught into 1 minus F to the power A. And if you want to calculate the value of N, then Vs is equal to V naught into 1 minus F to the power N. Third one, but we know that this formula will fail if the value of V naught is V of S is equal to 0. If the Solvay value will be 0, then S is equal to 1. For whatever will be the value of N, for that value F is equal to 1, it means complete capital will depreciate in a single year. So this is the limitation. That's why we have double declining balance method. Double declining balance method. Double declining balance method. If Vs is 0, Then also this is applicable because here f is equal to 2 by n. And remaining formula will be same. dA is equal to VA minus 1 into F. N is service life. And VA is equal to V naught 1 minus f to the power A. Fourth one is sum of year digit method. Sum of year digit method. Here we have dA is equal to n minus a plus 1 summation of n v naught minus is, where summation of n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. We have one more sinking fund depreciation method. Sinking fund depreciation method. Sinking fund depreciation method. We have VA is equal to V naught minus Vs 1 plus I to the power A 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. There are two terms. One is depreciation and one is depletion. After depletion, you will not get any salvage value. And I have already discussed all these things, the difference between the salvage value and the scrap value. Next is calculation of interest. Calculation of interest. Calculation of interest. First one is simple interest. So F is equal to P plus I into N. F is the total amount of principal plus accumulated interest during time N. Second one is compound interest. Compound interest. F is equal to P plus 1 plus I to the power N. Third one is annuity. We have already done PhD on all these topics. So an annuity is a series of equal payments occurring at regular interval of time. There are two things. One is future worth of an annuity. Future worth of an annuity, that is Sn is equal to R by I 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. And one is present worth of an annuity. You need to mug up all these formula which I am going to discuss. Present worth of an annuity. So P is equal to R into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. 1 plus I into 1 plus I to the power n. We know that the term 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I is commonly referred as Series compound amount factor. Series compound amount factor. Term 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n is commonly referred as the series present worth factor. Series present worth factor, while its reciprocal while its reciprocal is known as capital recovery factor. Capital recovery factor. Capital recovery factor. Next, relation between effective and nominal interest rate. In classroom in 25 hours, we covered each and everything. Relation between effective and nominal interest rate. So I effective is equal to 1 plus r to the power m minus 1, where r is the nominal rate and m is the number of compounding periods per year. Write down next. There are two, three terms, and students have a lot of confusion. Net profit, gross profit. Write down next. Write down first. Gross profit, gross profit without depreciation. Without depreciation. Gross profit without depreciation. So G of J is equal to Sj minus C naught J, where G of J is the gross profit, but it does not include depreciation. With the depreciation, gross profit with the depreciation, G of J is equal to Sj minus C naught J minus dj gross profit with depreciation and without depreciation. There is a term net profit. Actually, net profit after paying the taxes. So net profit is also known as net earnings. Net earnings is the amount retained is the amount retained of the profit after income taxes have been paid. So NPJ is equal to GJ1 minus 5. So it is a net profit for year J. There is a term cash flow. So in cash flow, we will include depreciation also. NPJ plus DJ. NPJ plus DJ. Write down next one. Cash flow, net profit. We have already discussed there are two types of capital investment. So total capital investment is equal to fixed capital investment plus working capital. Fixed capital and working capital. In fixed capital, we have two types: manufacturing, fixed capital investment, and non-manufacturing, fixed capital investment. In working capital, we already discussed it includes raw material and supplies carried in stock, finished product in stock, and semi-finished product in the process of being manufactured, accounts receivable, accounts payable, taxes payable, and cash kept on hand for monthly payment of operating expenses such as salaries, raw material purchases, etc. Direct and indirect cost, part of fixed capital investment, very important for get point of view. Indirect cost, it includes purchased equipment. They already asked question from this topic. They can ask match the following: purchase equipment installation, instrumentation and control, instrumentation and control, piping, electrical systems, electrical systems, building, including services. This 1 hour is the extraction of this complete plant design economics, including services, yard improvement, yard improvement, service facilities, service facilities, and land. Second one is indirect cost, engineering and supervision, engineering and supervision, legal expenses, construction expenses, contractors fee, and contingency. Methods for estimating capital investment. Turnover ratio. So we know that it is defined as the ratio of the gross annual sales to the fixed capital investment. Gross annual sales to the fixed capital investment. Fixed capital investment. The product of the annual production rate and the average selling price of the commodities is known as the gross annual sales. Second one is Lang multiplication factor. And one more thing, the reciprocal of the turnover ratio is known as capital ratio or investment ratio. Capital ratio or investment ratio. Lang multiplication factor. Lang multiplication factor. Type of plant. Lang factor for fixed capital investment or total capital investment. Solid, solid fluid for fluid. We have 4, 4.3, 5, 4.7, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. Some student will say, sir, it is different from the you discussed in your notes. Actually, those notes are old classroom notes. And if you will check the new table, this is according to the new one. And you can check if you have any doubt, then you can check this new table from your internet. And then, because if tomorrow they will ask any question and if you will get wrong answer and then you will blame, sir, it is due to you. So please update this one. It is your work. Write down next point. There is a term tax credit. Tax credit for depreciation. That is 5D, important one. Next one is capitalized cost. Capitalized cost. CV is equal to, sorry, CC is equal to CV plus CR divided by 1 plus I to the power n minus 1, where CR is equal to CV minus CS. CR is the replacement cost, CV is the initial cost, CC is the capitalized cost. Next one is break even point. This formula is very very important. You will get total two types of question from capitalized cost. This is simple formula. So they will ask first type of question for equally economical. If two projects are equally economical, then their capitalized cost will be same. And second type of question, suppose you have 3 4 projects and which one is the best one. Calculate capitalized cost for every project. The project which will provide you the least cost of the capitalized cost, that will be the best investment. Break even break even point. Break even means no profit, no loss. In this sixth test, you will get a question from the break even point also. This is the fixed cost because fixed cost is independent of production. And this point is break even point. So this is the loss region, no profit, no loss region, and above this we have profit. This slide represents total income, and this represents total product cost. Loss region, no profit, no loss. Fixed cost is independent of the capacity, rate of production, money versus rate of production. Rate of production. It is a break-even chart for this. So write down fixed cost. How to calculate the break-even number? NB into CV, NB into CS. Fixed cost plus variable cost is equal to total cost. It will provide you the value of this one. Next one is one of the most important topic, that is optimization. From GATE 2009 to GATE 2019, every year you got a 2 marks question from this one, and we already discussed total 4 cases, and it's my 1000% guarantee that you will get question from that one only. Optimization. Step first. Step first. Make objective function. According to the given condition, objective function, suppose f is equal to x of x, y, z variables. Step 2, search optimization variable. Search optimization variable. Assume x is the optimization variable. Assume x is the optimization variable. Step 3, write objective function. Write objective function in terms of the optimization variable only. Optimization variable only. F1 is equal to f of x only. Step 4, del f by del x is equal to 0. And step 5, del 2 by del x is positive for minimum and negative for maximum. So this is the one of the most simple technique which is applicable to your all the concept of the optimization. Next, profitability analysis. Profitability analysis. First one is payback period or payout period. So it is defined as V plus AX plus AJ. V is a manufacturing fixed capital investment, and AX is the non-manufacturing fixed capital investment, and AJ is the annual cash flow. So that's why you solved one previous year question and so many students are, why do we need add depreciation? Because annual cash flow including depreciation. And remember one more thing in GATE 2018 question. Payout period without interest does not consider the time value of money. And one more thing, payout period without interest does not consider working capital. They ask this question in GATE exam also. Second one is rate on original investment. This is also known as DuPont method or engineer's method. So average yearly profit during earning life during earning life divided by original fixed investment plus working capital. Third one is NPV, net present value. So it is defined as the present value of all inflows less the present value of all outflows. Remember that diagram. Suppose you invested this one, and every year you are getting this one. Then this. We already discussed this concept. And last is the discounted cash flow rate. Discounted cash flow rate of return cash flow rate of return. Equal to 1 to n. Cash flow for year n divided by 1 plus r to the power n. Right now, last topic, design of vessel. Cylindrical and spherical. Cylindrical and spherical shell. Minimum thickness. Minimum thickness of cylindrical shell is given by E is equal to P into Di divided by 200 Fj minus P, or is equal to P into D naught divided by 200 Fj plus P. T is the minimum thickness. Minimum thickness. P is the design pressure. Di inside diameter. Di is the inside diameter. F is the allowable stress. J is the joint factor. Remaining terms are same. D node is the outside diameter of cell. Outside diameter of shell. Minimum thickness of spherical shell. Minimum thickness of spherical shell. E is equal to P into Di 400 Fj minus P into D naught 400 Fj plus P. Next head and write down first point. Hemispherical, ellipsoidal, and tori spherical head are collectively all these heads are known as domed heads. And tori spherical head is known as disc heads. Write down first and so the minimum thickness required for the flat ends is given by E is equal to Cp into V P by Cp a design constant. D nominal plate diameter. Nominal plate diameter. F P design pressure. Write down next. Ligament efficiency. There are two cases when the holes are regularly arranged, when the holes are regularly arranged or regularly spaced. Arranged is not the correct word. Regularly spaced along the line So the efficiency is given by J is equal to PT minus L divided by PT. PT is the pitch of tube holes and D is the diameter of tube holes. Diameter of tube holes. When the pitch of holes along the line is unequal. They already asked a question from the ligament efficiency. J is equal to PT minus ND divided by PT. N is the number of tubes or number of tube holes in length PT. Number of tube holes in length PT. D is the diameter of tube holes. Write down one line about it. Ellipsoidal heads most standard ellipsoidal heads are manufactured with a major and minor axis ratio of 2:1, and for this ratio the minimum thickness is given by T is equal to P into Di 2Fj minus 0.2P. In case of tori spherical heads, there is a term knuckle radius that is associated with the tori spherical head. They ask this question also in GATE exam. So the minimum thickness of tori spherical head required is given by E is equal to P into RC CS divided by 2Fj P into CS minus 0.2, where CS is the stress concentration factor for tori spherical head. I covered each and everything in this 1 hour, and it is defined as 1 by 4 3 plus under root RC plus RK, where RC is the crown radius RC is the crown radius. Crown radius and RK is the knuckle radius. Write down one more point. The ratio of knuckle to crown radius should not less than 0.6 to avoid buckling, and the crown radius should not be greater than should not be greater than the diameter of the cylindrical section. Diameter of the cylindrical section. Is this formula correct, Lokesh? Is this formula correct or not? Lokesh, Siddharth, I hope there is some mistake in this formula. My sixth sense is saying that there is some mistake in this formula. That should be RC by RK. Because that is experience. Na? If we are doing some mistake. I hope there should be here plus or not. The complete formula will be 1 by 4 3 plus under root RC by it should be 1 by 4 3 plus under root RC by RK. Am I right? This is experience. If sometimes there is any mistake, then now it is okay now. 1 by 4 3 plus RC by RK. Thank you. Next one is corrosion allowance. We know that T final is equal to T design plus T corrosion. They asked only one question from this formula, but for us, each and every marks is important. We solved one question. The answer of that question was 8 plus 2, 10 millimeter. In cylindrical vessel, in cylindrical vessel, lateral stress sigma lateral is equal to PdR by T. Second one is longitudinal. Sigma longitudinal. We have already done PhD on all these topics. Then PD R divided by 2T. They are this question 3 times in GATE exam. Sigma longitudinal is equal to sigma lateral by 2. Sigma longitudinal is equal to sigma lateral by 2. In such a manner, we covered this one. At that time, so many students asked, sir, why T design we will use this direction only, because you will get like this. So we need, these are the heads or closures. So you need additional distance in this direction only, not this, because we will use head according to requirement pressure. So I hope you enjoyed this session also. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep smiling, be happy, and keep revising also. In this 1 hour, I covered each and every point of the relevant things. And this year, it is very important for GATE point of view. Again, you will get at least 4 marks from the plant design economics. Thank you very much. Bye. Take care.